Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. The New Orleans Saints to interview Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy for head coaching job. The New Orleans Saints are looking to speak with Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy regarding their vacant head coaching position, and this is according to Jeremy Fowler. Here's the full list of candidates for the position. Saints defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, who's been interviewed already. Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn is the second, and he's going to be scheduled for an interview. Former Dolphins head coach Brian Flores was interviewed, and he notified the Saints and other guys and the Texans that he would be pursuing suing the NFL. And I believe the Texans brought him in for a second interview, basically to cover their tracks. Former Eagles head coach Doug Peterson was interviewed. Buccaneers offensive coordinator Brian Leftwich has been requested. And Saints special teams coordinator Darren Rizzi is scheduled for an interview. And seventh on the list is Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. Bieniemy, who is 52 years of age, played 10 seasons in the NFL for the Chargers, Bengals, and Eagles before retiring in 1999. His NFL coaching career began in 2006 when he took over as the Vikings running backs coach. The Chiefs hired him for the same position in 2013, and he was later promoted to offensive coordinator. Kansas City signed Bieniemy to an extension last year. In 2021, the Chiefs' offense ranked number 3 in total yards, number 4 in points scored, number 16 in rushing yards, and number 4 in passing yards. The report says they will have more on the Saints' search for a new coach as it becomes available. Now, Eric Bieniemy is scheduled to have a interview. I smell bull crap. Why all of a sudden you guys want to interview Eric Bieniemy? Why is it they want to interview him now? Oh, I know why. So when they go into court to do this, to go through the suing of Brian Flores suing them because of the inadequately scheduled interviews for black coaches, for the lack of giving black coaches an opportunity in a league that has been majority white owned. And to me, shout out to Harry Carson. I'm gonna talk about that later, an article that I read on Harry Carson, as he is in support of Brian Flores for pursuing this suing of the NFL. But like he said, like I said, and others have said, unless we get black owners in there, we will not know if the change will be imminent. Excuse me. To me, if you start with 5 black owners, go from there, then we could actually see what can transpire. We can actually see. So we can actually see what is going on. But people, for some instance, think this is a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. To me, what would also help is if all the players decide to say, you know what, we're not going to play this year, or we're not going to come out and perform. If we could get 50 to 55% of the players out of the 70% to basically not show up or suit up for training camp, first is OTAs, training camp, and the season, that would put a dent in the NFL. That would hurt them. That would hurt them tremendously. And that's what we have to try to strive for. But these guys are scared because they come from the BIH lineage, which is mostly beta males. Their mother probably ran the household, and their daddy probably sat down when he went number one. So why is it all of a sudden Eric Bieniemy is getting interviewed? Because the NFL's trying to cover their butt so they can use this in the case that Brian Flores is suing them for. We know what this is about. We know what this is about. So all I'm saying is this: if you're going to interview Eric Bieniemy, interview him for him. For he deserves it. Did you not just read what I said? His offenses have been ranked third in total yards, 4 in points scored, 16 in rushing yards, number 4 in passing yards. And his Chiefs team has been to the Super Bowl twice, and not only twice, they've been to the AFC Championship numerous times. But this is what people are going to say. He doesn't call the plays. Andy Reid called the plays. Well, the OC in Los Angeles, who's the offensive coordinator, he don't call the plays. What plays does he call? Huh? He don't call the plays. What about Matt LaFleur? Matt LaFleur never called the plays when he was in Los Angeles. I think that's where he comes from, Los Angeles, or one of those coaches, a coach before Bieniemy got there, who Andy Reid had, didn't call the plays. Even in Philly, Brian Childress didn't call the plays, I believe. I believe he was the offensive coordinator then. One of them coaches, I got to go back and look, because it was a lot of these coaches, their names comes and goes because they weren't that good. But I'm just saying, what is the standard? How do we know if a coach is great at leading men? Now, Leslie Frazier, the defensive coordinator for the Bills, I love him. He's black, but he is not a head coach. He is more of a defensive coordinator. That's what he's great at. Anthony Wynn didn't get that much of a chance. Van Joseph, he was pretty good in Denver, but to me, he's more of a coordinator than he is a coach. Raheem Morris, I believe, is a coach. He didn't get the chance because Tampa Bay is racist as hell. Actually, all of these teams are really racist and prejudiced, but it is what it is. It is what it is. No disrespect or anything. So I can't believe this. This guy put Shaq over Kareem. Shaq. Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying is that they're doing this because they're trying to save face to me, which is bogus. To me, it's very petty, and to me, it's very downright disrespectful. Eric Bieniemy should have gotten the job 2 years ago, maybe three. Now all of a sudden he's getting interviewed for a job. Man, look, NFL, you full of crap. Your owners are full of crap, and we need black ownership. If I rather start off with 5 black owners. Um, People say 3. I believe Christian Everyday Game in '98. Shout out to him. He said 3. I would say 5. If we start with 5, that would be a great start because you want to start with 5. Actually, I think it ought to be more than that. But look, this is the good old boy league. It's the same as baseball. But we'll see. What do you guys think? Do you think this is coincidental that Eric Bieniemy all of a sudden gets a chance to get interviewed, or do you think they're finally letting him interview and they're finally looking at the wrong of their ways, which I think is a load of crap? But let me know. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you do love what you hear, you go to the description box, hit that link. It'll take you to my Cash App. You could donate $1 or donate $1,000,000. Guys, the super chat works as well. You could use the super chat. You could donate $1 or you could donate $5 or $10. You know, whatever you're willing to give, we'll happily accept. So thank you guys for listening, and we is out. Deezy.